Hello people, it's me again, Val. Anyway, today I just want to chat and I just want to go into detail of where I am with certain things, and hopefully to let you know that whatever you're going through, there's people out there going through the same. I've got to that point where I've realised that all my relationships that have failed and all my toxic relationships have left a scar on me. I'm seeing a therapist, which, you know, is helping. And I just think that you end up a certain person after everything, and I just wanted to let you all know, whoever's going through it, that you know, we can relate. And this is why I tell my stories, because I just want people to relate to me, and hope that you all kind of heal, knowing there's the people out there going through the pain of what you've been going through. Obviously, I just want to go a few details with what happens to your body through trauma. When you're with a relationship and you're feeling the buzz and happiness, and it's like a love bug, love drug even, and dopamine, a chemical called dopamine, can't even say it, is released, which gives you the buzz, which makes you want more. It's like eating so much food and then getting hungry again. You want more and more and more, and we get that when you get dumped or get treated with a silent treatment, or you feel, you know, completely abandoned or discarded. Cortisol runs through your body. That is not good for you. That is something that's going to make your muscles get more blood pumped to them, make them hurt, make them ache. I remember going through that myself. Really bad aches, really bad pains, neck ache, shoulder ache. I just felt dreadful. And when they say lovesick, it's true. You do get lovesick. You get sick. It really does. When you're going through the dopamine session, and then you're going through the cortisol, dopamine, cortisol, you're being dumped, you've been hoovered back, you've been dumped, you've been hoovered back, your body goes through some real stress, and you do get sick. And this is where some people eat and some people don't. Some people lose weight. I lost a lot of weight. I think it was anxiety that made me lose weight. Stress, anxiety. Didn't know I was coming and going to ride a scooter. So I lost about a stone in weight. But yeah, it can make you sick. All these different hormones pumping through your body. 1 minute you're happy, you've got the dopamine, then you're sad, then you've been abandoned, so you've got the cortisol. So that's really unhealthy. So I think that's what happens. Whether they get these symptoms, whether they feel these things, whether they actually have these hormones pumped through their brains and their bodies is another thing. I don't know whether empathy, I don't know whether you need these things to gain empathy, to get pity, and to gain any kind of compassion to people, whether they don't have that pumping through their bodies to make them feel loss, or whether they only have the dopamine and they don't have the cortisol. I don't know. I'm trying to sound like a scientist. It's not quite working, is it? So yeah, that puts you through the trauma of that. And I just want to say, I've written a few things down here. I'm trying not to read off my so the way to control, I think, this is how I'm doing it, this is how I feel at the moment, and what I've kind of learnt. Don't give too much in the first steps of a new relationship if you're dealing with the traumas. It's hard to say. It's hard to say, full stop. Never mind, it's hard to say for a reason. It's hard to say. It's hard to do. For instance, Facebook, I find that's got a lot of, what's the word? It centred a lot of my hoovering and silent treatment and devalue and gaslighting was on Facebook. If you're living with the partner and you have them in your house next to you, all the time, then that's different, because you don't need to use Facebook as much. But if, like me, you have a partner that lives away, the narc did, I'm actually with somebody now who lives away, and I'm trying to apply the same things that I'm learning to this relationship. It's nothing major. It's not all. It's not a huge big relationship. We've only just started seeing each other, but he's, you know, he's a good-looking guy, and you just think, well, he's playing. He's a player, so you've got to try and control that. Try not to give. We give 100%. We're feeders. And I don't mean that in, like, you know, giving your man pies to make him the size of a horse. We're just feeders of empathy, feeders of everything. We will do everything 100%. I know I do. If someone writes a message to you, I'm replying back before they've even finished sometimes. But they don't do that to you. And I think if we hold back giving 100% of ourselves, and because we don't get 10% back, we feel cheated, we feel lost, and we think, why are you not doing this? I'm doing this for you, but you're not doing it back. Well, do you know what? If we can't control them, we have to control ourselves. It's not a game, use your brain. That's what my new saying is, it's not a game, use your brain. We have to play a little game, we have to think, we have to stop and actually think about what we're doing in life to make our life better, than we can do it. So if someone writes a message to you, don't reply straight away. Leave it a few minutes, leave it an hour, leave it a day, just leave it. Let them get that cortisol running through their body. If they're a narc, then we're not feeding them. If they're a nice person, we'll find out because they'll write within about 20 minutes going, are you okay? You've not replied, are you okay? They'll suddenly turn into us. And that'd be quite nice, because we don't give anybody a chance to miss us. We reply straight away. We're so reliable. We're so dependable. We don't do anything to make them miss us. We don't do anything to give them that feeling of, we need to value ourselves. We need to know when we're valued. We never, ever, ever give them space to value us, because we're always there. We're always there. Do anything for them. Excuse me. You know, I don't know. We just do. We do so much that we don't give them a chance to do anything back. We've done it first. We need to step back, be a bit aloof, be a bit of mystery, be a little bit more casual. Yeah. Oh, he's written me a message. So what? I'll write when I can be bothered to write. Which is what they're doing to us. So we need to do a little bit back to them, and let them miss us. See how that works. Okay, another thing. Lay down your boundaries at the beginning of a relationship. If you want the truth of somebody, try and find it out right at the beginning, because the truth at the beginning of a relationship, and being strong to accept it and just putting yourself out there, is nothing compared to the pain that we've already been through and will probably go through if we leave the relationship that we're not really like that about, or right 2-3 months down the line, and then find out that they're toxic, they're players, they're cheats, they're narcs. So we need to put our boundaries down straight away, because you don't want to keep mounting up the scars and scar and scar and scar, because you might end up like me. So just put your boundaries down to start with. Just even have a word with them. If you feel that they might be a nice person and you don't want to create a scenario, or you don't want to be a person that comes across needy or upset or vulnerable, just say, listen, I've been through an emotional relationship, I'm a little bit fragile, I want you to be aware of this. So if I act strange, it's nothing to do with you. I'm not being needy. I have a high red flag intolerance. I have my slider for my untrustiness is a little bit high. Give me a chance. And if they don't want to know you, and they think, oh no, I'm not taking on this woman, they'll walk away. Might hurt there and then, but again, it's better to get it out of the way first. If they are a nice person, a bit like telling somebody you've got a phobia against spiders. If they know that, they're not going to walk past a spider and let you fall upon it, or find it in the toilet, you know, the bathroom sink. Makes life a little bit easier. So what you need to do is that, just put your boundaries down straight away. Let them chase you a little bit. We chase them all the time. Again, we don't give them the chance to miss us. We don't give them the chance to wonder where we are. We don't give them the chance to think, oh, they've not replied. What are they doing? They're online. What are they doing? Why aren't they replying? Let them be us. Let them, just give them a little bit of what we get. See how it works. Yeah, don't give them 100%. Only give them 50. Let them come back with the 50. If you give them 100%, they can't give you much back. There's no room for them to give you anything back. You step back, you be a little bit more aloof. You only give them a 50% to start with. They'll meet you halfway. As long as, if they're walking away and we chase them, just stop. Let them turn around and come back to you. Meet halfway. 50-50. 40-60. Not good at maths. Yeah, absence makes the heart grow fonder, the saying goes. Mind you, absence makes our hearts feel that they're a narcissist and run to the bloody hills. Which is what we've been trained to do. So, control, breathe, get the power back, don't reply, I always found that I didn't reply straight away nowadays. I did used to. Oh, I used to get so annoyed. You reply to something straight away, then an hour later they still haven't replied. Hold back and go, no. But you know what happens? They ask you if you're okay. And it gives you a boost. It's like, oh, they're actually asking. You answer straight away. They're not going to have the chance to say, are you okay? You don't know nothing. You're not learning anything. You know nothing about who they are by replying to them every 2 seconds. Where are you? Why aren't you there? What's going on? Why aren't you replying to me? Cool. Step back. Let them come forth. And then at least you know your value. Yeah. We just need a few techniques that will hopefully help us control our anxiety. Wheedle out the good from the bad and make us feel less out of control. Let them have a slight anxious feeling. We get anxious all the time. If they like you, they'll show it by getting anxious. If they don't like you and they're narcs, we're not feeding them. All these tips to help us empath, people pleasers, to get some, a little bit of what we give, we need to get back. And it's not a game, it's just using our heads and not our hearts. And that's what we need to do. We need to stop and think. Use this, not this, because it doesn't work. We've known that. It's not good for us. It's not healthy. Messes with our heads, makes me anxious, makes us anxious. Doesn't help the future relationships. Another thing, never ask them anything. If you think they're liars, cheats, narcs, don't ask things. I've learnt that. Do you love me? Of course I love you. No, they don't love you. They're just saying it because you've asked them. Do you want a relationship? Do you want a serious relationship with me? Of course I want a serious relationship with you. What else are going to say? They think that's what you want to hear. So they will tell you what you want to hear. Asking someone who you think could be toxic a question, don't ask questions. I had a friend recently who had a relationship with somebody that she thought was, not really serious and still wanted to see other people, and maybe she just, she wanted a future. He might have wanted friends with benefits, and I said, don't ask him, do you want a future with me, because he will tell you what you want to hear. Just say, you be in control. I don't want this kind of relationship. I'm going to go find somebody else. You put the rules down. If he likes you, he'll go, please don't, I want to be with you. If he doesn't like you, but he's just telling you what he thinks that you want to hear, he'll think, oh good, she doesn't want the same, so I can tell her now, I can be honest with her. Yeah, babe, you're right. I'm glad you said that, because I don't feel the same. Don't ask a question. Never ask a narc, a toxic person, a player, a cheat. Don't ask a question. They will not give you the right answer. You tell them. It might hurt for you. You might say, I want to finish this relationship because I don't think it's working. It might not be what you want, but you need to take control of that relationship, and then you'll get the truth from him, because he'll either come back and go, oh babe, I love you, I want it to work, or he'll say, I'm so glad you think the same as me, that's what I was thinking. Never ask someone, do you want to continue this relationship? Do you love me? Are you sleeping with other people? Am I just a friend with benefits? Don't ask, because they will tell you what they want you to hear. It doesn't bloody work. Keep getting these flipping birthday messages coming up on my flipping... How am I supposed to concentrate? We need to gamble. We need to gamble a little bit more. And if we lose, but we know the truth. So it's just about gambling. Again, it's not a game, it's about protection, and having the strength to hear the truth. Asking for the truth. No, that's what I just said. That's contradiction, isn't it? Asking for the truth. It's not going to work, is it? Ignore that. Edit. Reverse psychology. That's what I've written here. Reverse psychology. Think about it. Use our brains. It's not a game. Use our brain. Think of that. Yeah, if he's a narc, he will feel that you're in control, and maybe we can control the situation a little bit more before he does, and not to show weakness, so we're not feeding him as much. Obviously they get feed of us whining down the bloody messenger, where are you, where are you, oh my goodness, do you care, do you care? They love that. Silent treatment, love it. If you hold back, you take control of the situation, you're in charge, whether they're a narc, whether they're a player, whether they're a cheater, you're in charge. And if they're a narc, you're not feeding them. I don't know what you might gain in the future from that, but at least you're not feeding them. It doesn't tell you if they are a narc or not, but if they are, you're not feeding them. Just little steps, little baby steps to go in the right direction rather than the wrong direction. I'm not saying this is going to fix everything. It's just going to help lessen the anxiety that you get. If you take control, don't reply back straight away. Don't feed them with empathy straight away. Take control. Don't ask them questions. Don't ask if they want the relationship from you. Don't ask if they're cheating on you, because they will lie. Take control. We've got too much to give, and we give it all far too soon, and then we can't take it back. No. Control your empathy and control your reliability. If this is what we need to do because we're too nice and players cheats, I can't even read anymore. Just take control of a relationship. Don't give as much. Don't answer questions. Well, don't answer messages as fast as we've always done. Leave it a few minutes, leave it an hour between answering. Go off and do something. Let them miss us. Let them have that cortisol hormone running through their body for a little while, because we have it through our bodies all the time. It makes us sick. You need to let them feel it. Learn from the narcs. I'm not saying be a narc. We just need to learn from them a little bit, but learn things from them that we're going to benefit from, not in a nasty way. Reverse psychology. They make us feel vulnerable because of their silent treatment. I'm not saying start making others vulnerable, but if we just start being a little bit more like them, they should rub off on us and we should rub off on them, and we'll probably land somewhere in the middle. So just make that person on the other end of Facebook, on the other end of WhatsApp, or whatever you do. An 80s girl. Just take control. Be honest. Tell them that you've been suffering from an emotional breakup and you've got trust issues. If they don't like it, they'll sod off. Find the truth out at the beginning. Don't hold back and wait down the line 5 or 6 months when you've realised that you're back in a narc relationship, and before you know it, you're sick. Don't ever get sick. So I'm hoping that some of this advice works. Protect yourself. Again, my protection mechanism is a little bit too high at the moment. Again, Mother Teresa could walk in the room and I would think she was lying or untrustworthy or something. I need to bring mine down a little bit. But yeah, just look after yourselves. Just take control. That's all I'm saying. Take control of the relationship. Don't let them control the relationship. You need to control the relationship. You need to tell them what you want. Don't ask them what you want, because they'll tell you what they think you want to hear. You tell them what you want. This is the kind of relationship I want. This is what I've been through. Don't answer them straight away on Messenger. Don't run around after them. Don't give them 100%. Just don't be so empathic. Don't feed them as much. And hopefully you'll get a little bit stronger and you'll feel in a better position. So I'm hoping some of that's helped. Right, I'm going to edit it now because I don't have waffle. Right then, guys, I'm hoping that made sense. I'm going to get a fringe cut. It's my birthday today. I've actually aged a year in the last sort of day. I don't know what happened. I went to bed at the age of 14 last night and woke up at the age of 48. Right then, take care, guys. Chin up. It's not a game. Use your brain. God. See you later. Take care. Bye.